Right now, dozens of people are stranded in East Knoxville. A group of around 30 people. Reporter Mary Klingler talked to travelers who say they have been left with no choice other than to sleep outside the Marathon gas station for days.
New details on this commuter nightmare. Dozens of travelers stranded at the Chicago Greyhound bus station, in some cases for days.
We've seen a lot of crazy things go down here. We've seen daily drug deals. We see guys being beat up, guys getting their money stolen, and it's a really difficult place.
We got over 400 comments from you guys telling us do not take Greyhound. So you guys, I think we got to talk about it today because some of these comments were crazy.
They were.
Crazy.
They were. And I'm going to be 1,000% honest. I thought it was going to be a little bit more 50-50 than it was. And there was an overwhelming amount of people being swayed in one direction of whether or not we should take a Greyhound trip across the country.
Yeah.
It is hilarious. We want to read some of your comments today, some of the things we read, because I think they're fun to share. And then we have more stories that we didn't mention that we want to bring up as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we're going to let you know if we're going to actually ride the Greyhound.
Yeah, because you guys, we're definitely going to be doing, at some point, I don't know when, but at some point we are going to do a cross-country trip or so, or maybe even a couple of them.
Yeah.
So we'll let you guys know if we're going to do Greyhound or not.
Exactly, exactly. So we have Mexican food today. We have burritos. Jamil's got a steak one. I have a grilled chicken. And we just got some chips and salsa, kind of keeping it simple today.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right, let's see how it is. And you guys, so as you guys know, we have been struggling to find a really good burrito place.
Yes.
So I don't know if this is going to be good or not.
I don't know either.
But I got to say, I just woke up from a nap. And Kristin ordered this, so I don't know what she got. What is this place? What is this place, as a matter of fact?
I mean, I forget the name, but it was on DoorDash.
You forget the name?
I Yelped it, and it got 4.5 stars, but that did seem sketch.
Oh, no.
It seemed a little Etch-a-Sketch from the pictures.
Okay.
Like they paid for it. I feel like they might have paid for some.
Oh, no.
But, okay, so looking at this burrito, yeah, it's not a 4.5 star.
Okay, well, I got a couple questions for you. One, the 4.5 star was on Yelp?
Yeah.
Okay. How many comments were there, though? How many reviews?
I didn't look. Was that a rookie move?
Yes. Because anytime a company's starting up and they have 5 stars, but there's only 3 people actually voted for it.
Yeah.
I never listened to that 5 star.
This doesn't look like a California burrito. If you know, you know.
Oh, is that what you got? Is it a California burrito?
No, but I mean like a California taqueria burrito.
Got you.
But it looks okay.
Let's try it out.
Okay, let's try it out.
See how it is.
Okay. Cheers.
Guacamole is good. It's really good. It's pretty good. It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
No.
Actually, the only thing I would maybe do a little bit, I've noticed too, Vegas has a lot of really wet burritos, mainly meaning that there's more beans than there are rice, refried beans and stuff. So because of that, it's a little wet. I wish there was maybe a little bit more rice just to make it a little bit firmer, but the taste is good.
Wow. We've had some really bad ones. This one's not bad.
But we've had also a lot of really mediocre ones, good and mediocre, you know? So, not bad.
I like it.
I like it too.
You guys, we freaking love you. I mean, you are so great. You have our backs 1,000%. You keep it real. We knew you would.
Yep.
For those of you who didn't watch that last video where we talked about that, Jamil and I were highly considering taking the Greyhound bus.
Yep.
We're telling you some pros and cons of what we heard. Mainly cons. And we got over 400 comments on both Facebook and YouTube. Wild. And one person, I forget your name, I apologize, but she was like, I never comment, but I think I'm going to today.
1 second. Okay, they give me a lot of fatty pieces in there. A lot.
Okay.
That makes me a little upset.
Jamil's struggling.
That makes me a little upset because it actually is a good burrito.
Yeah.
But there's some fatty pieces.
It's
in
the
there.
fatty part of the steak. Yeah, and you can't do gristle.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really fatty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me try one more bite.
Keep going. Okay, no, it's okay. I'm just teasing. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so she's like, I never comment, but I think I'm gonna comment today. And she basically was like, don't do it. Don't go.
Just stay away.
Yeah, stay away.
Well, I think one of the things for us is, at least the way I feel, like I'll be honest, I'm the one that's really pushing it, I think, more than Kristin. Kristin's kind of like, I don't know. And I'm like, maybe it'll be fun, you know?
Yeah, it was Jamil's
So-
idea because he had all the wonderful experiences when you were a kid.
Exactly. Or the experience, you know? But it's one of those things where I don't, until you're like on it, then you can see how much of a problem it is. There's a few things that I really would be really concerned about, but I'm going to say one of the biggest things I'd probably be concerned about, probably almost the biggest thing, more than even a layover,
Okay.
is not being able to sit next to each other. Like, I really had a problem with that. Like, I do not want to get there, and because there's so many people in front of us or something, we're late or whatever like that, or whatever the case is, the seats are packed and we can't sit next to each other.
No.
And then I'm just like, what's the point of this?
There's no point.
Yeah, you know?
And I promise you, if we didn't sit next to each other, Bob with BO is going to be sitting next to me. I promise you. And it's going to be a problem. Yeah, you guys were very, very honest. Oh, I'm sorry you have a gristle.
I can't eat it.
I should have got you chicken because my chicken's good, but
I can't even eat this.
No,
This part's good.
but not a lot.
Wow.
Okay, well, chicken next time for sure.
I know.
I
I want to
can-
keep eating it though.
Yeah, and
'cause
if you
it's
want,
really
we can
good.
get our money back because if it's an edible,
Yeah, let me try one more bite.
Okay.
'Cause
We'll see. Okay. Should have got you vegetarian. Gristle everywhere? Okay. You want to make some food?
I might have to.
Okay.
You guys, we're going to pause this for just a second.
We have some food in the freezer.
We'll be right back in just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, fam, we are back.
Yes.
I wasn't going to cook anything, so I just ended up going to the freezer. We had a couple things that we could just go ahead and eat. Well, I can, because Kristin's food's fine. So I got this chicken bake from Costco, which, by the way, you guys, these chicken bakes are so good from there.
Yeah, they're really good.
So I microwaved that, and I just got a chicken corn dog. I'm not like super hungry, you know?
Okay.
It's not about the food today, you guys. This is all about your conversation.
Yes, it is.
It's all about the comments that you guys wrote. So actually, I want to read a couple comments.
Yeah.
But before we do, we wanted to tell you guys something that we just learned recently.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we're talking to a family friend about the Greyhound and our desires to travel via there, and he was mentioning that he took Greyhound, and he was like, oh yeah, I really enjoyed the buffet.
Yeah.
We're like, buffet? What buffet? He's like, yeah, the buffet at the Greyhound station. I was like, they have a buffet?
Yeah.
I was like, what year is this?
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I went in 1967.
Yeah. So.
So shout out to him. He's great.
Yeah.
But clearly, you guys can tell from 1967 when they had buffets.
They've changed a little bit.
They've changed.
They have gone down. They're at the bottom of the hill right now. They're at the very, very bottom.
But buffet.
But it makes sense because, Greyhound it's still massive, but it got really big. So I would imagine it did take things probably like that, like having food available for people and stuff like that. That took it to the next level. And then of course, riding off of that status for so long, they're still riding off of that, but no more buffets, no more things like that, which is crazy. I have a theory, you guys.
Do you?
I actually think what's happening with Greyhound is, I think they have no plan to fix it or anything like that. What they want to do, I think, is just slowly just pull the money, pull whatever money they can out of it before it completely dies. Because what they're doing is they're closing stations. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of stations are closing up, and they're letting people off at bus stations, bus stops, and gas stations and stuff like that. So in my opinion, they're they're going to make money off of closing those stops or those stations. They're making money while doing that. So I think that's the plan, is just to make money off of that, you know? I don't know.
Clearly, we've been obsessed with this topic, but again, there's more to come on just in terms of your funny stories about it. However, we were looking up the CEO of Greyhound and how much he's worth. Was it $4 billion?
Yeah, but...
That's crazy. That's a lot.
Well, so I looked it up, but then I didn't tell you more.
Oh.
There's a little bit more. They recently, recently as in like 3 years ago, they actually, the company that owned it originally sold it. So the person who owns it now is worth $4 billion, I think. But he's probably been worth billions, you know?
Oh, prior to being...
prior to it. So
I'm sure.
I don't think that's accurate 100% as far as like, you know, having to do with why he has $4 billion.
Got it. Okay.
But still a crazy story.
So this is from Candyland 420. Shout out to you.
What's up?
She says, I took a 3-day trip with my grandparents in the 70s from Indiana to Phoenix. Trust me, I got more sex ed in that short trip numerous times from other passengers than I had ever saw or heard in school. What happened?
I know.
Were they doing it?
I know.
That's hilarious.
And when was this? What year?
In the 70s.
In the 70s?
Yeah.
So it'd been going downhill for a long time.
I remember some nice restaurant stops, like in Kansas, etc. But I also remember more shady places that we stopped at. No way in heck I would even ever consider it nowadays. The low prices attract the worst kinds of people. And I was 14 years old.
Yeah.
Also, people around you can and do have severe BO. When we finally got to Phoenix, I felt like I had been run over by that bus. I was so exhausted.
Man. See, they should require a mandatory shower. Like, they should. No. They should require a mandatory shower to get on that bus. Yeah. You know, or no, maybe not that, but they really should, like...
I didn't think about the fact that, of course, it's like... I thought about, initially I didn't think about the fact that, you don't shower. And then you take like a, it's rough.
You know, I got a question about that, too. If you smelled really bad... and you wanted to catch a plane flight, would they let you on the plane?
That's a good question.
You know?
Probably.
Because I wonder if that would be the case.
No.
I feel like you'd have to be really bad for them to say, sorry, you can't do this. But if you're like kind of bad, only like 3 rows in front of you could smell you, maybe they'll let you say,
I wonder. I've heard some stories of people sitting next to people that were bad.
Yeah, because it makes sense. It's going to happen on every form of transportation because it's just random people. But when you're on a bus ride for 7-8 hours, that's tough. That's really tough.
That's rough. So
yeah, that's a rough experience.
Yeah, so that's a problem.
Okay, so here's another story, you guys. This one comes from Lovely Flows 7460. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the comment because this one was crazy. Super crazy, too. Okay, she said, or he, I'm not actually 100% sure, but they said, in 2008, me and my sister went on Greyhound from Alabama to Washington State. It was a 5-day trip that sucked. I wouldn't do it again for love or money. We had to get off at the bus stop and we didn't get our seats back, so we weren't able to sit together. That's my problem. That is my problem. Like, it's one thing to like the first stop, we're sitting together. It's like, oh, this is easy. This is fun, you know? And then you got this long stretch for 6 hours and we can't sit next to each other. I'm like, well, what's that? There's no point really in doing that, you know? So that would suck. A drunk man sat next to me, next to my sister, sleeping on her shoulder, breathing his hot breath in her face. That's terrible. That's terrible. She tried to push him off, but it wasn't working. Another man was yelling at the bus driver to pull over because he was hungry and wanted to, and in quotes, throw something down his neck. I guess that's the way he talked about eating. And he wanted food now. The women all had to use the restroom, but none of us wanted to use the one in the back of the bus. So we finally stopped at a restaurant, and the restaurant was closed, so none of us got to use the bathroom after holding it for hours. Another problem. That's another problem because, if you don't want to use it in the back, which I don't blame you at all, you just have to hold it. And, with the flight at least, especially if you're flying around the United States, you know, what's
There's an end.
Yeah, I mean, the longest is maybe, it's like 4 or 5 hours. Like, I mean, that's still holding it for a long time.
It is, yeah.
But at least the bathrooms are cleaner too, you know? So that's tricky. That's
rough.
tricky. She then said there was also a 6-hour delay. We had to all switch the buses, and we all couldn't fit on the bus again because the bus was smaller than the original, so some of the people had to be left behind.
Oh, man. Can they not have different size buses? Just have freaking the same Greyhound buses. Is it that hard?
This is what I'm saying. I'm telling you what I personally feel what it is these companies are like, this company is like, we're not pulling in money.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is we'll slowly take things away that cost money,
Yep.
you know, so we can pocket the difference essentially.
The train stations, the buffets.
Exactly. Apparently smaller buses. You know?
Oh yeah, and then I think we mentioned that like oftentimes the Wi-Fi is not working. The app is not working. There's a Greyhound app that has the movies on it. Those aren't working.
Yeah.
I think we mentioned the power cords aren't working.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
it would just, I don't know. You just never know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. Linda Hodak, 1462. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Linda.
Sums it up all right here. Mm-hmm. No amount of savings would make me take the Greyhound anywhere. Okay. There is another story.
True that.
There is another story. Yes. Okay, I forgot. Mm-hmm. Susan A. Shout out to you, Susan.
Shout out to you, Susan.
Okay, she says, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember riding a Greyhound bus when I was 17 for the last time. It was a nightmare. I rode from Denver to Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah.
Some drunk lady beat the driver up with her purse strap and cut his head open. 9-hour layover in St. Louis in the middle of the night. So scary. Never again. Sketchy as heck. Nope, never got on the bus again. Bathroom was disgusting. I'd rather drive myself. Take a train, anything but a bus. You are stuck with some very interesting people for sure. I have taken a train across country. It was lovely. I would do that again. I don't think you all would like the bus. The world has changed so much since you were a kid. Do a train. You can actually get a room. They have a dining car. The bathroom was clean. I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. See, that's my concern. Another concern. These random fears pop up in my head. What if you're driving, or the driver's driving, I'm sorry, of course they're driving, and someone decides to just go off on the driver, yelling at the driver, attacking the driver while he's driving. You know what I mean? Like that literally can happen.
You never know.
You know, in a train, right? There's a door. Just, you know, the conductor, you can't get through there. You know what I mean? To get to the conductor. And a plane, there's the door there. You know, they have their own rooms and stuff. But on a bus, it's not.
I didn't think of that.
I know, and it's a problem.
That's actually a good point.
It's a problem. So, you know, shout out once again to the Frugal Guru?
The Frugal Travel Guru.
Yes. Shout out to him. You guys,
Shout out to him.
feel free to check him out if you're interested in actually hearing some crazy Greyhound stories, because he has them.
They're really funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyways, but he was talking about how, like, he was on the bus one time, and while the bus was driving, some guy was standing up, just walking back and forth down the aisle, just walking back and forth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, that would be, you know, it's concerning.
And
So
not sitting down. Yeah, that is concerning.
yeah. So
So-
to actually be there with a lady's like hitting the bus driver with the strap, that's scary.
That is scary. So yeah, I think the reason we want to go across country. That would be fun. Reason we were considering bus, Greyhound is because yes, it's nice not to have to drive, and you can actually both be filming and talking, and recording, you know, together. You know, it's hard on these like road trips that we take, although it's doable, but it's harder on the road trips because one person really does have to concentrate and they can't be living their best life in front of the camera, you know what I mean? So you're able to kind of do more vlogs with two people, whether it's a bus or a train. So we're kind of deciding, which one we wanted to do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So pretty much to answer the question.
That being said,
Can I say it?
yes, you can say it, of course.
We were going to ignore all 400 comments.
Yes.
We were going to do Greyhound. No.
We're going on Greyhound.
Actually, I do want to say this.
Yeah.
So we talked about it, and we still actually might do Greyhound, guys. I know. We're crazy.
Are we? I was going to say we weren't.
No. We don't. You'll hear what I'm saying in a second.
Okay.
We're thinking about maybe doing it for a smaller trip.
Oh,
Just trying it out, see what it's like.
very short.
Yeah, from here to LA, for example, and just get on it. Just see what it's like. You know what I mean? It could be kind of a fun experiment. You know, we made such a big deal out of it, talking about it and stuff like that. It might be kind of fun to try it out, you know?
right.
And it's pretty inexpensive, I think, just going from Vegas to LA.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I want to say it's like $100, maybe even a little less, something like that.
Yeah, it's only 4 hours. Also, there's other places in Arizona that's even maybe like less. Like I think we could go to Prescott, Arizona. That's like 2 hours away.
Exactly.
So, you know, we'll see. So we highly consider it, but in terms of like a long trip,
Yeah.
no, I don't think we'll start with that.
No, not at all. I'm going to say 90% of you guys said, not 90%, but like a large percent of you guys said just do the train.
Yeah.
We're definitely
We
doing the
really
train.
want to do Amtrak, you guys. Amtrak's going to be really
Yeah.
fun. We will do a train one of these days. That is more
Yes.
expensive. But actually, it's not, if you just do economy and you don't have your own room, it's actually pretty affordable.
Yeah.
However, if we do like across the country,
Yeah.
and that's a multi-day, we probably are going to want a room or a
Absolutely.
roomette or roomlet, whatever they call
Yeah,
it.
sleeper.
A sleeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can at least sleep. You know, so, but they were different prices. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's, again, and you get the dining car. You actually get free food on there if you have a room.
Yes, you
do.
do.
Get free food.
Yeah, and the dining area too is, which actually I guess well it doesn't matter. It's to only the people that have the sleeper
Have rooms,
the
yeah.
room or whatever like that. So it's kind of like a smaller dining experience, which is kind of cool.
That's
you know?
true. And then if you just do economy, like on a train, on Amtrak, and you don't have a room, they still have like a cafe area. So you can still get food and all
Yeah.
that stuff. So that's good.
That's really nice.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it sounds way better,
Amazing.
you guys. Sounds
Yeah.
way better. I think the only thing for us, and one of the reasons, not the main reason, but one of the small reasons why we were thinking about doing Greyhound in the first place, if we were going to do it, is from Vegas to, I think, LA, there is no Amtrak. So we actually have to catch a bus from here to LA no matter what. But there's so many other buses to catch. Like, it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be Greyhound.
Right.
So we'll just switch it up, of course, and not do Greyhound. We'll do like Flexbus or something, you know?
Yeah.
And do that. So
We'll see. We don't know when
yeah.
we're going to do the trips or anything like that. But
Yeah. But it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening.
It's
for
definitely
sure.
happening.
Yeah.
And we are going to do our car, of course. We will take our car places.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe we'll rent an RV. We've always wanted to do like Cruise America.
Oh, the RV.
The
That's
RV.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. A lot of you guys said do RV, and that's something we should do too.
That would be fun. You could totally rent an RV, cruise
Yeah.
across the country. Yeah, we just want to explore more, experience I mean, every state has
Yeah.
something really cool. And even just the little short trips we've taken so far, it's just been really
Yeah.
fun. So that's definitely our passion. So hopefully if you guys stick with us on this channel and stick with the KJ fam, you'll see us going to more places and experiencing more stuff. And
Exactly.
yeah, we're looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So we'll keep you posted. We'll let you know. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and the last video and giving us so many comments. I thought majority of the comments were going to say like, oh, you guys, you know, you'll be safe. You'll be okay.
I thought that too, actually.
But to hear you guys' experience,
It's like, no.
I'm just like, okay, there's too many signs. I mean, once again, we watch videos of people just talking about their nightmare experience. No one says like, I had a great experience or I had an okay experience. Everyone's like, it was bad.
Yeah, it was the worst experience ever.
Yeah, exactly.
We asked you we said in the last video, are we crazy? This video we're saying, I guess we are crazy because we're still considering it. But we did listen to you, and yeah, we're not ready to do like a long trip. So
It ain't happening.
yeah, it ain't happening. But anyways, we'll see what happens in the future. But we love you so much. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hashtag Greyhound. Hashtag the frugal travel guru.
Yes.
Look at his videos. We'll link his channel below.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys definitely check him out. He's really,
Just
you know,
listen to stories.
a smaller YouTuber too as well, just like us. And he's definitely been doing this for quite a long time. Really good stories. You know, it's funny. I think does he still post anymore? I think he stopped.
A
posting,
little
didn't
bit.
he?
It's been a while.
Yeah, he'd been posting for like years ago, and then he stopped, I guess. And it looks like he's posting every now and then. So definitely, you know, if you feel free to check out his page, write him, tell him that, you know, Kristin and Jamil sent you guys over.
Yes, that'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, I love you so much, and we'll see you
right.
tomorrow for another video.
Catch you next time. Peace.